What is up, folks? Welcome back to another video with Zip Hearing. Today's video is going to be about my favorite hearing aid of 2024. There is also going to be a runner-up. And make sure you stick around to A, hear the winner, B, hear the runner-up, and C, hear a little bit of a mystery. Let's get all the silly stuff out of the way. If you want to know my story with hearing loss and a little bit more about my journey, go ahead, click there. If you want to learn more about Zip Hearing and check out pricing or information about certain hearing aids we're going to talk about in the video, go ahead, click on that. And finally, the big disclaimer for today's video: everything I talk about in this video and my ultimate choice for the #1 hearing aid of 2024 is going to be based on your preference. Everyone's situation is going to be unique to themselves, which includes myself as well. So today's winner and runner-up will be based on my preferences and my experience. Without further ado, let's jump into it and talk about the hearing aids we looked at in 2024. In chronological order in which I reviewed them, here we go. We looked at the Phonak Lumity 90s. These were my first experience with hearing aids and ultimately the hearing aids I ended up purchasing for myself. Next came the Oticon Real Ones. And let's be real, they were fantastic. This was followed up by the Starkey Genesis AI 24. Then came a little double header video with Signia. We had the Pure Charge and Go, as well as the Signia Silk. I was then introduced to the world of Resound with the Nexia 9. And as that little thumbnail on the video really details, they were life-changing. I went for round 2 with Oticon on their new Intent hearing aids, and my intent was to really feel them out, and I certainly did, and I loved them. And our most recent hearing aid video was the Starkey Signature Series hearing aids. So that makes a total of 8 hearing aids we have to choose from for our best of 2024. Here is where it got tough. I had a pretty decent idea of where all of these hearing aids kind of fell in my list, except for 2. And these 2 are going to be our winner and our runner-up. Now, what made this choice so difficult? The difficulty in this choice was not because I liked one more than the other, or one was superb and one was not so great. The difficulty was both of these hearing aids were fantastic and stellar, and it really came down to these fine details and maybe some preference-based choices which kind of swayed one hearing aid over the other. Here was another difficult decision, mostly just for this video. What do I start with, the runner-up or the winner? Just to build some anticipation, let's start with the runner-up. Our runner-up for best hearing aid of 2024 goes to the Phonak Lumity 90. What did I like about the Phonak Lumity 90? Easy answer, everything. But let's get a little bit more involved. I think the Phonak Lumity 90 sound fantastic. The audio signal that it produces and pumps into your ears is almost second to none. The charger is a great little accessory that comes with it. The domes are very comfortable. The additional custom molds that one may choose to get with the hearing aids are also fantastic and come in a variety of materials and textures. One of the big things for me was the Bluetooth connectivity. The Phonak does not use a made-for-iPhone standard. Instead, it opts for a standard Bluetooth protocol. And in doing so, you are able to connect more than just an iPhone or an iPad to these hearing aids. You are also able to seamlessly switch between devices with great ease. And at the time, we were on lockdown and everyone was on Zoom, phones, computers, iPads, all sorts of electronic devices, so I really needed something that could jump between all of my devices without flaw. And the Phonak Lumity 90s certainly fulfilled that need. Furthermore, there is an accessory with the Phonak Lumity 90s that I own and I love, and that is the ActiVent receiver. This type of receiver, as seen in that video up there in that direction, allows the users to have an experience of both a closed and open dome by activating a vent in the receiver. This receiver will open and close based off of audio signal. So if it feels that you are streaming something from a device, like an audio, song, or a phone call, it will close the vents and not allow ambient noise to come in to your ear. If it feels that you are not using some sort of streaming platform, or you are in a quieter, not so loud environment, it will open that vent and act like an open dome. This made the music listening experience amazing, which is a huge thumbs up for me because I love music, I listen to it every day, and that heightened improvement with the active vents really changed my perspective on streaming music with hearing aids. And yes, I did purchase these hearing aids. These were the hearing aids I went with. I have no regrets. I still use them. I love them. They're fantastic. However, they were just beaten by our winner for Best Hearing Aid of 2024, which is the Oticon Intent. Why did I choose the Oticon Intent as the winner when I own the Phonak Lumity 90s? That answer is a little bit involved, so let's kind of unpack that. One of the big reasons why I think the Oticon Intent wins Best Hearing Aid of 2024 is because of the experience of the 4D artificial intelligence inside of those hearing aids. To this day, I have never experienced a hearing aid that allowed me to identify the directionality of the source of a sound. In our video up there, for our Oticon Intent, I mentioned something called the pinna effect. The pinna is a piece of your ear that allows you to interpret directionality of sound. So if I hear a dog barking that way, I will be able to tell using the pinna effect that the dog is in fact that direction. Hearing aids are not the best at allowing you to access and make use of your pinna effect because it doesn't utilize the pinna to collect sound. It uses a microphone that pushes the sound into your ear canal. So the directionality is not fantastic when it comes to hearing aids. The Oticon Intent changed that entirely, and I experienced that basically out of the box and with one step onto the streets of New York City. Which leads me to reason 2 why I think the Oticon Intent is the best hearing aid of 2024. The out-of-the-box experience. Now, for me to get my Phonak Lumity 90s tuned in and fine-tuned and dialed in for my preferences, it probably took a good 5 or 6 visits to my hearing specialist. With the Oticon Intent, I had a very similar level of excellence with one initial fitting with this audiologist. Is this in part due to the excellence and heightened quality of this audiologist? Absolutely, for sure. But a lot of it has to go to the AI and the basic functionality that Oticon has put in their Intent hearing aids. So that first-time users or people upgrading to the Intent pretty much have an out-of-the-box experience that is very positive. Do the Intent have their downside? Yes, they do. So a big one we talked about, and this is again preference-based, is the width in the size of the hearing aid. If you are a glasses wearer, or if you have a certain size or style of ear, they may feel uncomfortable. I personally was initially uncomfortable in the hearing aids, but after wearing them for maybe an hour, 2 hours, they felt like they disappeared from behind my ears and I didn't really notice them. One additional downside compared to the Phonak Lumity 90s is that Oticon does not have that sort of active vent receiver. So the music listening experience with streaming audio is not quite as good as the Phonak Lumity 90s with the active vents, but that is a trade-off I am willing to make in order to utilize these Oticon Intent. Both devices and both companies make use of their apps very well, especially Phonak. Recently, they've been pumping out a lot of updates to their app, and it is, like I'm telling you, leaps and bounds better than it was when I first started using hearing aids. However, I still think the Oticon app is just a touch more user-friendly, and there is also a watch companion app to go with it. So for all of those reasons, that is why I am giving our shining achievement of Best Hearing Aid of 2024 to the Oticon Intent. Again, just to clarify, this is personal preference and personal experience. Your decision may be different than mine, and that is okay. That's the best part about hearing aids. Everyone is allowed to have their own opinions and their own preferences, and that's okay. Here comes the mystery we talked about earlier in the video. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you are watching videos, because there may or may not be a new challenger that may or may not take the belt, the title, the championship belt from the Oticon Intent. But I know nothing about that, and I probably shouldn't have told you that, but I did. So be sure you subscribe and watch our videos. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching our best of 2024 video. If you would like to leave a comment down below, please. If you would like to ask a question down below, please. If you would like to provide us input on the videos you would like to see, go ahead down below as well. As always, thumbs up, give us a like if you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow and make more videos and more content for you guys, because we love you guys so much. Thank you for watching our video. I have been Nick. You have been great. Take care.